So people can choose whether or not they want to acknowledge that resources and backing can be the same thing, even someone who doesn't have resources. So it can be the same thing when in the legal system, the terms are not unclear. It's just that with some resources, somebody could bring in a lawyer that could use the weasel words that can give them an exemption so that they get out of something. But they basically, all of the determinations on the nature of a crime is clear cut. And so it's like, it's easy to be like, make a definitive claim and everyone will back you up because decency. It's easy to do that. And then with resources or backing, because if something is charged and is politicized, then, that's why they arrested the Ethiopian motorist that accidentally ran into somebody on the freeway because they weren't supposed to be on the freeway at night in all black. They were trying to stop the cars, but they arrested. He was a political prisoner because once it's charged like that, people have a way of wanting to look at it. Then there's always somebody that can. Okay, so that's in the humble station in life, your terms are not unclear, but in the more loftier realms, it's like it goes like, remember Naraku from Inuyasha? It's like in a dreamland, and there's like this instead of weasel words, it's just pure resources and backing. It's just pure backing and if you can, so you can decide whether or not you want to distinguish that there is a value to not having any resources, but just having a lot of backing if it's convenient. If it's favorable, you can decide to overlook decency, because one knows that there's a difference between what should be and what is. So you have to be very eloquent in explaining circumstances that relates to the audience. Like, it's like whoever is listening, it relates to you. It wouldn't relate to anyone else if they weren't there listening. You understand that part? Like, it's for your interest that you have in it that this relates. This is the reason why we choose to discuss this issue, or it is a matter. They could just call it an issue, or they can call it a matter. They can call it it depends. So how they wanted to, like when they pick that word, what you want to describe this, it tells the media down to the commenter what is interesting. It's like we're only entertaining it for the value that it has for you. That's why we're talking about it. And if that's the case, they're just kind of deciding in a way. So that but they're not deciding for anyone who isn't listening. So they need a litmus test to find out who isn't listening. And the ones that are listening, they suspect are probably people that think that can do the thinking for themselves thing. So that's why we never graduate past the second grade, is because it's still a litmus test to see who can think for himself. And it's also a criminal mentality that gets charged on the winter solstice. In Latin. Not that Latin is evil, but they have to do a liturgical pilgrimage in the inverse. Like they have to invert a liturgical pilgrimage so that, because they're generic. That is like they're being generic. It's like they have, when you have all the power and influence, do you need to be considered a minority tribe anymore? It's generic. What's the point anymore? Like, why do you even not have a thick skin since you can, you know, like, well, why is it thin skin, like, way up there? Like, everybody has an idea of who they think is running shit. Whether they think it's the Jesuits or they think it's the Vaticans or the Jews or some elite Trotsky, like I think the Trotskyite, like British socialist or something. But if it's out of anybody's control, it's scarier because we just fall into it's like water finds the lowest point. Like we're eventually going to centrifugally come to the same quagmire. It's like everybody's going to be stuck in sand. And then that's probably... So it's pointless to worry about depopulation, because I would rather not be bored. Like they're trying to bore everyone. They're trying to bore you down with repetition so that they can lie, because they can't tell a lie without a little bit of truth. And you have to be borne down through repetition to be subdued enough, you know, mentally, because they go into the subconscious. Now this, like, talking directly to you. Think the Proud Boys are, and with Glebe, that they didn't arrest Fauci, that they never released the Epstein, you know, like, files, like these things where it's like, damn, the white man is God because he always gets away with shit, you know? Epstein, Fauci, like, if they have to indict them before they go into their inquiry state where they have to ask them serious questions, they gotta pay them homage and give them tithing and tribute and thank them for their contribution. And we would never question your long record of ethics and excellence and everything, but we just have these few questions to ask you. Yeah, the white man's God, like, Proud Boys are just glee. Because what happened with Kevin Spencer? He joined the fucking progressives and voted for Joe Biden. What happened to Ann Coulter? She voted for Joe Biden. Those are the Proud Boys people. They vote for the progressives. You didn't see that?